Some podcasts I do are really hard to put in just 3 minutes. So I hope I'll make sense with this and that you'll do research on your own, because this is a very important, incredible thing to talk about. And it's simply this. Most people view the government as your friend. I view it as potentially our enemy. Now, you've heard this whole Russian scandal, the latest news. Nobody's talking about it because, it's not really important. It was against Trump. But here's the real story. So Hillary Clinton and her, people, they pay for this Steele dossier, which is filled with a pack of lies, even provided by a Russian agent. And they used that against Donald Trump, tried to bring him down. Now, listen, I don't blame Hillary for that. That's politics. That's the way it works. They all lie. They'll do anything to rip the other candidate to pieces. The dangerous part for Americans is the fact that the CIA and the FBI, these two incredibly powerful organizations who are tasked with protecting Americans, used that pack of lies to go against an innocent American to bring him down, that being Donald Trump. And I realize it's Trump, and so we're like, oh, well, what's the big deal about that? Here's the big deal. They're going to get away with this, okay? They're going to learn from this that they can do this. What happens when they turn their power against me and I have no megaphone? What happens when they turn their power against you? They will absolutely bring us down, and we will not be able to do anything against it. This is awful, my friends. This is really dangerous. I've warned people for years. Cell phones, they track our calls, our texts. They see what we put on social media. They know the pictures we take. They even have cameras up on the, trees and on the roads on telephone poles. And I've had so many of my naive friends say, well, why do I care if they're tracking me? I'm not doing anything wrong. Geez, how stupid can you be? What if they decide to bring you down next, or me? Because that's where we're headed. We're quickly moving down the road to absolute totalitarianism by government bureaucracies. So don't be so naive. And face masks is another example. Can you believe that we're allowing the government to tell us what to wear on our faces? Good grief, what's next? And they would love to get to the place where they rule everything in our life. Tell us where we live, what we can buy, what car to have, clothes. Go through the list. Are you okay with that? This all began, or didn't really begin, but for me, my whole life, I've talked about how immoral I think the income tax is. Do you realize that the Supreme Court ruled the income tax unconstitutional? And then Congress, of course, passed the 16th Amendment, making it legal for the government to get into your wallet and take your hard-earned money. You may ask, well, how did that get passed by the politicians? Because they told the people it's just a tax on the rich. Listen, this election, at least ask the question, which candidate would provide, at a minimum, a speed bump on this road to totalitarianism?